Hey guys, I'm Michelle. This is my romantic tangle, and I have got a big bag of Hobby Lobby clearance yarn to show you. The Hobby Lobby clearance yarn sale ended a long time ago, but this is the first I have been able to get my hands on this yarn because after I went to the two Hobby Lobbies close to home, my mom was over at their vacation place in Sisters, and she went to Bend to Hobby Lobby and basically spent the morning sending me messages. Do you know what this yarn is? Do you need it? Do you know what that yarn is? Do you need it? And I knew she bought me a bunch of yarn. I have an idea what's in here, but I haven't opened the bag yet because after she bought it, they were still over in Sisters for a while. Then the first time I saw her after that, we were moving things out of the house because we were in the path potentially of the wildfire. So you don't bring new yarn home to the house when you're moving all your important stuff out of the house. So I finally got my yarn, and I'm going to show it to you in case. It's nice that it's delayed and kind of spread out, I think, for me. This is Patton's Croy sock yarn. I have already made a pair out of this colorway, but when Patton's Croy is $1.99 a skein, I will make another pair. I'll do something lacy or fun or different from the first pair, and it's a pretty colorway. There's a lot of I love this yarn because they had a lot of I love this yarn. This one is Blossomopolis. I am not entirely sure what I'm going to do with these. I will find a thing. That is not even remotely a concern. This one is Spring Green. I like that one. I may make some hats or scarves, or like I said, I'm not worried about it because it's yarn and I can always find a way to use yarn. This is Bloom Teak. I like that this one's kind of a less stripy. I'm interested to see how this looks when it's knit up. And is this another Bloom Teak? Ooh, that's a third Bloom Teak. And the Hobby Lobby yarn clearance at my local stores, there were some very shelf-worn skeins. I'm not going to turn down pretty yarn at great prices because it has a little wear and tear. This one's Meadow Dance. Now the question, could you stripe this Meadow Dance with the spring greens and make a bigger something? I think I could. I know. How many color names have I just looked up? Oh, this is City Beat. You would think I would figure out by now where the label is on these. And it tells me what it is. These are 252 yards and 100% acrylic. It's worsted weight yarn. I like, this stuff is soft. I like the feel of it. And I will make things. I just don't know yet what those things are going to be. And I am fine with that. This one's called Instant Classic. I don't know who's naming these or what their thought process is, but they're pretty. There is very little yarn that I don't like. I mean, definitely there is yarn that I don't like, but I love this yarn. Songbird Stripe. And Fruit Punch. I may make baby blankets out of some of this. I think 500 yards might be a decent amount of yardage for a baby blanket. Tin Roof, I love. This needs to be a shawl or something for me because I love this one. And I'm trying to on the fly match these up. Ooh, this one's called Float Along. This is Float Along. This is, what are you? This is Denim's Ombre. Do I have another? Oh, I have another Float Along. That's pretty. This one's smoky water. I may stripe or something. What are you? Here's another smoky water. Could I stripe these that are the same, similar blues? Maybe I could stripe those and make an Afghan? If you have ideas, share them with me, because I need inspiration. This one is Eagle Gold. I like this one. And this one is Sherbet Stripe. It's another one that'd be fun for a baby blanket. Maybe I can get some solid colors and do something. Here's another Eagle Gold. I have the idea of doing a shawl with a feather knit pattern, and I don't know if that would work. This one's a black gradient, and this is really soft. I like that. Like I said, I love all the yarns. Here's another Eagle's Gold. So that's 3 of it, I think. This one's called Nocturnal. I wish I had more of this one. I think that is the only skein of Nocturnal they had. I could do something fun with that. Wouldn't that be a nice shawl if there was more than 200 yards? Oh, here's another Songbird Stripe. This is the fun, because I haven't seen this stuff yet. I knew it was coming, and I know we discussed colors, and I looked at them online, but I haven't had them in my hands. I had not even unzipped the bag. This is Birchwood Cottage, and I love this. I'm going to be knitting all the shawls, because shawls are fun. Moody Mosaic. Only one of that, and then, ooh, what is this? The color name is Brights. That is the least helpful color name, guys. And it looks like it's a gradient. So I'm not. This one's Lollipop Love. I can see myself doing a lot of hats and blankets for the pregnancy center. And this is Spiness. It's ivory, and I don't know what. I didn't find any of this at my stores. 75% viscose and 25% polyester. I do not know what that is. But it's 350 yards a skein, and it's somewhere between a lace and a light fingering. This stuff is so soft. So I don't think it will block in a lace pattern, but I bet I can make a shawl out of that. This might be my favorite thing out of this bag so far. And here is some Yarn Bee Cozy Toes. This was marked down to $1.20 for a skein. I wish they had had more of this. And some wool-free sock. What is the yardage on these? It's a secret. 235 yards. So I can't make socks for me with a single skein, but I will do something. Wish I knew someone with little tiny feet. So more wool-like sock. They're all single skeins because that was all the store had left. And I am not complaining. What's that whole beggars can't be choosers? And a sugar wheel in key lime kisses. Wow, that's bright. I don't know what I'm going to make with that. It was $1.74. And it's a gift from my mommy. So and this is Yarn Bee Soft and Sleek DK. Pretty in peacock, and the yardage is that's 478 yards. That's a small shawl there. This stuff is soft, and the color, I love the color. So I wasn't there, but my understanding is that this stuff and this stuff, if there had been more on the shelf, I would have more in my bag. And here's another Cozy Toes. I may maybe do contrasting heels and toes since it's the same fiber. That probably makes more sense than anything else I can think of right now. And I had really, really hoped that my stores would have the little dollops. Not as much as I hoped they would have, I can't remember the name of it, where it's on the cards and it has the small skeins and pigment, fiber and pigment or something. I have got several of those. I did not get any little dollops, but my mom found little dollops. And aren't those pretty? Sorry, these are Sugar Wheel Cotton Minis. I think there's some little dollops in here. I like these. I wanted to play with these. I don't know what I'm going to do with them, but they're pretty in the skein. And I know the reason that we buy yarn should not be because it was pretty in the skein, but I also know that pretty in the skein is fun. Here's another Sugar Wheel Cotton Mini. I don't know how many yards these are. 117 yards for 62 cents. Can you even begin to get over that? Here's my little dollop. Tuesday Twirl, 62 cents for 92 yards. Isn't it pretty? It's soft, and is this cotton? I don't know what this is. It's an acrylic cotton blend. I like these. I'm going to have to go do some online searching and see what people are making out of these, because I don't know what I want to make, but I want to make a thing. And here's another, just a single little dollop. So that is my last Hobby Lobby clearance yarn haul of the year, because the sale was over a very long time ago. And I wanted to go through this and share it with you, and this is fun. Now I need to knit fast so I can make some holes in my stash so that I have room and reason to add more next year. Because the first year I went nuts and bought a lot of yarn. The second year I was significantly more restrained. This year we had fun. But I am the kind of person who will have the yarn in my stash and then look for a thing to do with that yarn. I don't find a pattern for the most part and then go buy yarn to go with the pattern. I do a lot of socks. I do a lot of shawls. So I'm fairly decent at buying yarn and knowing that that will make socks or a shawl or a thing. I'm not just aimlessly buying yarn for the most part. I still in my stash have way too much that I bought for baby and toddler sweaters, and my youngest baby is now almost 15, so I need to find someone else with little kids to knit for. That's gonna be the solution to this at some point in the future. Somebody's got to have a baby at some point. Thank you for watching. Have you worked with any of these yarns? Do you have great suggestions or warnings about things to watch out for with these yarns? Because that would also be appreciated. I'm Michelle. This is my Romantic Tangle, and this is the last of the yarn hauls for a good long time, unless I find another estate sale. The weekend is coming. It could happen. I'll be back with you with more videos soon.